Did you know that you can build an AI voice agent with the help of the latest Deepseek R1? I'm going to show you how we use Deepseek, Synthflow, and Highlevel to build a landscaping AI voice assistant that does automated bookings in a Highlevel calendars for home quotes. And this is the exact system that I've sold for $500 per month and a $2,000 setup just last week in one of my previous videos. So come through, make sure you watch to the end. I'll show you how you can learn more of these, and I'll show you how you can get access and save around $2,000 on great material. So make sure you watch to the end because it's a really insightful and really valuable video that you can just copy and paste and go out there and make money yourself. So let's get started, and I'll start off with the demo.
Hey, you've called to Green Landscaping. How may I assist you today?
Hi, I found your details on the internet and I'm hoping for someone to come to my house and give me a landscaping quote.
Great. We can definitely arrange a home visit for a quote. Could you please tell me your name?
My name is David.
Thanks, David. Could you also provide your email address?
My email is david@gmail.com.
Got it, David. Lastly, could you share your physical address so we can schedule the visit?
My address is number 1 South Street in Brisbane.
Perfect, David. Let's get you scheduled. How does Monday, February 10th at either 8 a.m., 11 a.m., or 2 p.m. sound for the visit?
I would like something on Friday.
Let me check the availability for Friday, February 14th for you. All right. We have availability on Friday, February 14th at 8 a.m., 11 a.m., or 2 p.m. Which time works best for you?
2 p.m.
Booking your appointment for Friday, February 14th at 2 p.m. Please wait a moment while I book your meeting. Your appointment is all set for Friday, February 14th at 2 p.m. Thanks for choosing Green Landscaping, David. If you have any more questions or need further assistance, feel free to reach out.
Hi, I got
Have a
one more
great day.
question and one more question before you go.
Of course, David. What's your question?
I couldn't see any good reviews on your website. Do you have any kind of reviews or references?
Absolutely, David. We've got some great reviews from our happy customers. Many folks have praised our professional and efficient service, especially highlighting how we exceed expectations with lawn maintenance and garden transformations. If you'd like more details or specific references, feel free to ask.
All good. Thank you. Goodbye. So it's really as easy as that. And now I'll show you kind of what it looks like from an owner as the landscaping owner's side of things. So obviously we need a bunch of different tools and this integrates Highlevel and Highlevel's calendar. So we'll go through and quickly have a look at what it would look like from a landscaping owner's perspective and the client's perspective, what we get with the follow-up, and then I'll show you how to build this up and what I did. So just coming back to Highlevel, obviously it all works in Highlevel, and if I come to my calendars and I'm gonna look for next Friday, we should see that, yep, there's a booking in here for 2 o'clock. Clicking on the booking, we can see that David is our contact. He wants a lawn quote. I just renamed the calendar lawn quote, but you can rename it whatever you want. And if I click on David, obviously, as the owner from the landscaping company, you'll get that on your phone. So it's really great like that. But when you click on it, it's got all this great information that the AI has actually extracted from that whole call. So we have David's email address, we have David's phone number that he's just called in, and also down here we have David's address where he wants the quote to be done at. So just looking back at the other side of things, an extra in here obviously is if we come in here and in the notes part of things, we can see that you as the owner or the owner has actually gotten a good little sticky note in here with a bit of summary to see what has happened and where and what the call has come through. So that is it. it will email this as well to you as the owner, so you know, and you can do your follow-up, and it's in your calendar. And there's all this contact that's been made, and the appointment's been made, and the appointment has been sent to David via his email address as well. Doesn't work because this is not a real email address. But that is it. I'm going to show you how I use a couple of awesome tools. Number one, Deepseek R1 has really helped refine this so much. Number two, we're going to head into Synthflow, and then we're going to connect it all together into Highlevel as a management portal solution. So let's get into that in the setup right now. So first things first, you're going to come to Synthflow. So Synthflow's got a bunch of pricing, and yes, it is expensive, but it's probably by far the best. It has the best type of service, best integration. It's got the smartest AI, and it connects into that Highlevel calendar, and that is really what we want and what we need. And you can actually just start for free if you just go by starting in a free trial. So go in, log into your Synthflow solution, and while you log into that, you're also going to look up Deepseek R1. So Deepseek, and Deepseek's been the latest, greatest, got the biggest hype, crashed some of the Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies for where it's come from and how cheap it is. And all you need is the basic and free version, and I'll show you how good it is with actually recognizing it. So you can sign up for free. You're going to come in and you log into Deepseek. Make sure you tick the R1 button, and we'll leave that there for now. Next thing we're going to do is also just make sure you come into your Highlevel and you connect your Highlevel and you're actually signed into it. So you're going to come into Synthflow, and if you have a fresh Synthflow account, we need to connect a couple of things together. So the first thing you can do is you can actually buy a direct phone number from Synthflow, but you don't need that. Most of us has Twilio accounts already. So you can just go to your Twilio and actually integrate it. And there's this button down the side for integration. So we need to integrate two things. Number one, Twilio. It's a matter of coming in here, and you're going to add your SSID and your token that you find from your Twilio dashboard, and that's going to connect and import all your Twilio numbers into Synthflow. So once you have that, you're good to go with Twilio, and we're going to have a couple of numbers in. Next thing we want to do is also integrate Highlevel. So we're going to come in here, Highlevel's in here. You're going to go and integrate Highlevel. You don't need to install the app because we're only going to do inbound calls for now, but it's a matter of connecting Highlevel, and then you come in and you actually connect your sub account. Once you have that set up, we're going to connect the Highlevel calendar to our system. So we connected Highlevel, but we also want the Highlevel calendar. So if you just follow this in the correct steps, you're going to be able to set it up as you go. So before we go on to anything else, you have your two integrations connected. We're going to come to actions, and we need to add 4 types of actions. So the number one action is going to be a real-time booking, and it's just a matter of connecting your new Highlevel calendar to it, and you're going to select Highlevel because you've integrated it, and you're just going to select your calendar into it. And once you have it selected, just click next. And you'll see here some settings to come in up and through the calendar. The biggest thing here to remember is that your Highlevel and your Highlevel calendar and this all need to be on the same time zone. So make sure you always select the correct time zone when you come in here. Once you have that, it's in and connected. It's going to cancel this one. Don't need it again. The next part of Synthflow, before we start building our assistant, is simply going to come in and we're going to connect another 2 actions, 3 actions to be correct. And because we're building this out for a landscaping company, we want to grab their email address from the conversation. We want to grab their name from the conversation. And we also want to grab their address. Where are they going to come to for the quote? And this is the information extractor from Synthflow. And it makes it really smart. All you have to do is go create. And we're going to let the AI find the answers yourself. And we're just going to come and click down here. and you can see some basic templates. So for example, I've used the name one before. I'm just going to say apply this template, and you'll really say it's as easy as this, where the AI is going to extract the name from the conversation and it's going to assign it this variable. And you'll see later on why you need this and why this is important. So you're going to do one for the name, you're going to do one for the actual address, in here, and you're going to do one for the email. So see how I've just given it examples, and this is what makes Synthflow so great. I'm just telling it simply, take your AI, we're going to have a conversation and extract all those details from the AI because it's smart enough, and I want you to assign those variables for it so we can import it into Highlevel for us. So that is it. Now, that is pretty much the background setup of Synthflow, and we're ready to go create our assistant. And this is where the fun with Deepseek is going to come along. So we're going to come to our assistants. We're going to create a new assistant. It's going to go from scratch. We're going to have an inbound assistant, right? So different ones. We're only going to do inbound for now. And I'll show you how easy it is. It's super easy to set up. You're just going to go through the steps and follow along. So this assistant is just going to be voice AI test landscaper. And we are going to upload a random little image in here. See what images I have from my website. Just a little thumbs up in here. Now, that is actually it. That's what you need to do. You need to change your time zone. Make sure your time zone is correct. Now, that is pretty much it when it comes to just kind of the setup. You can change the model if you need to. Keep it at the recommended model. You'll see if you drop down, it says to use GPT-4o. Use that recommended model. If you want to upload a knowledge base, so if I have that client, which I actually have, and I have downloaded all this information into a PDF, I can upload it into here so it can learn from the PDF. So it's a really great option to have in here. That's all good. We can have it in here. So now the rest of the things you can leave by itself. You can change the voice if you want to change the voice. It's just a matter of editing it, and there are a lot of options. Let's see. Let's create Sarah. And we're just going to select, we'll select Sarah for now. All right, that is it. All right, now we're just going to follow on down the bottom. So we're going to go do the prompt, and this is where we're going to start using Deepseek, and where things are going to get really, really good and interesting. So I was going to come through here, and this is the full prompt example. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in here. I'm going to go to Google, and I'm going to put in Synthflow prompt creation guide. Basic prompt flow document. And right, is this a basic prompt one? Creating variables, creating calls. All right, so this is the one I used before. Let's come down here. So what I'm going to do is I'll show you. I'm going to come to Deepseek. Say, hi, I want you to act as a master AI voice prompt creator for Synthflow. My about company details are the Evergreen Landscaping Company. We operate in New Zealand, Auckland. We do all types of lawn care, gardening, and tree trimming. All right. I have a knowledge base attached. And you can see my spelling is absolutely horrendous. Now I'm going to say, here is a prompt example. So here's a prompt example. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to edit prompt. I'm going to hit Control A. I'm going to come back here, Deepseek. I'm going to come paste that down here. End of prompt example. And now I'm going to say, here are some basic documentations about prompts from Synthflow. And so how to create effective prompts. You're going to come in here and delete, copy, and paste that. Not even a good copy and paste, but let's put it through the test. End of document. So your task is to create a prompt for my business and to use the example above and documentation above. The goal of the bot is to answer questions about the business using the knowledge base. If the user wants a quote, then step 1, ask for their name. Step 2, ask for their email address. Step 3, ask for their physical address. Write the prompt. All right, so let's get Deepseek thinking. Hopefully Deepseek works. Sometimes it gets confused. Sometimes the server gets overloaded. So just while it's doing this, I'm just going to hit back to Synthflow. It's going to cancel out of this one. And I just want to come to my other assistant, come in here, and what we're going to do is in the prompt or in the deployment, I am just going to disconnect the phone line. All right, detach from that. Yes, detach. And then I'm going to come back to my assistants, going to come back to my landscape tester, and I'm going to come back to prompt, and I'm going to come back to edit prompt, and we are down here. So the Evergreen Landscaping Company, while it works all that out, we can come back in here. So closing that tab. So, hey, you've called the Evergreen Landscaping Company. How can I assist you today? So let's go see what the prompt says. So prompt's really hard, really deep, but the idea is that we're just going to use this exactly how it is. So we're going to come through, we're going to copy and call conclusion and copy, Control C. Of course, I want you to see how Deepseek actually just edits all this out. So Control A, delete that, paste the prompt in here, and we're going to hit save prompt. Right, prompt is save, and this is what it looks like. Okay, so all created by Deepseek, and we're going to run it through the tester right now. But next, before it all can work, we need to add those actions that we've done before. So we're going to come to actions, So during the call, if someone asks for a booking, we want to enable our real-time booking assistant. Or see, here we go. Added too many things in here. So let's go out and cancel out one of them. So definitely need to delete this one. So don't get confused. Come back to my assistants. Come back to this one. And we are going to go to actions. So during the call, if someone asks for a booking, we are going to try book us straight into Highlevel. And there, and then after the call, we're going to go ahead and extract all the information out from the first name, and we're going to extract the address, the name, and the email. All right, got that? So that's all in there, all extracted. So next thing we need to do is we're going to come to deployment. So a couple of things we need to do in here is we're obviously going to select our number first. So we're going to have that integrated. And then to make the connection into Highlevel, we need to use a webhook, and we'll get into that next. But let's just try test this and see if we can make bookings to it. So
Hey, you've called the Evergreen Landscaping Company. How may I assist you today?
hi, how are you? I'd like someone to come to my house and make a booking.
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. I'd be happy to help with that. Could you please confirm if your time zone is U.S. Mountain? Then we can look at available slots for a visit.
Oh yes, my time zone is that.
Great. Thanks for confirming. We have available slots on Monday, February 10th at 8 a.m., 11 a.m., and 2 p.m. Do any of these times work for you?
The 2 p.m.
Perfect. I'll book your appointment for Monday, February 10th at 2 p.m. Let me just confirm that for you. Booking your appointment for Monday, February 10th at 2 p.m. Please wait a moment while I book your meeting. Your appointment is all set for Monday, February 10th at 2 p.m. If you need to reschedule, just use the link.
All right, so see how Deepseek didn't get that straight right. So what I want with the booking is that we have to ask the name first and ask the email address and ask the address. So we're just going to come back here and re-talk to it. So that is a good start. However, the AI didn't follow the booking, the booking instructions. Before it starts using the booking function for a quote, I want it to, I need it, it's a must to ask 3 questions. What is your name? What is your email? What is your physical address? Rewrite the prompt. All right. So while it's going to go through and it's going to start thinking about this.
One eternity later.
Okay. Totally failed from DeepSeek. I had to wait 40 minutes for it to actually come in and redo the prompt. So let's go in here and try it again. So what I needed to do is ask those questions first. And that's the important part. I'm going to come through here, I'm going to copy, I'm going to go to edit prompt. I'm going to control A in here. I think the whole internet all started to be slow today. Control A. And we're going to hit save. And we are going to go ahead and try it again. So let's go ahead.
Hey, you've called the Evergreen Landscaping Company. How may I assist you today?
I was hoping that someone can come to my house and give me a quote.
Sure thing. Let's get started on that quote. Could I have your full name, please?
It's David.
Great, David. Could you share your email address so we can send the quote and any updates?
It's david@gmail.com.
Thanks, David. Lastly, could you provide the physical address of your property? This will help us tailor the quote to your location.
It is number 1 South Avenue in Brisbane.
Got it. Number 1 South Avenue in Brisbane. Now, would you like to schedule a visit for the quote? We have availability on Monday, February 10th at either 8 a.m., 11 a.m., or 2 p.m. Do any of these times work for you?
I like somewhere on Wednesday.
All right. On Wednesday, February 12th, we have slots at 8 a.m., 11 a.m., and 2 p.m. Which time would you prefer?
2 p.m.
Let me check if we have a slot available at 3 p.m. on Wednesday, February 12th for you. We can definitely do 3 p.m. on Wednesday, February 12th. I'll go ahead and book that for you. One moment, please. Booking your appointment for Wednesday, February 12th at 3 p.m. Please wait a moment while I book your meeting. Your appointment is all set for 3 p.m. on Wednesday, February 12th. You'll receive a reminder at your email, david@gmail.com. Anything else I can help you with?
Just wondering, what sort of services do you offer?
We offer a range of services including lawn care, garden design, hedge trimming, and tree removal. Our team uses eco-friendly products and can visit weekly, monthly, or for one-off projects. Anything specific you're interested in?
No, that is all right. That's fine for now. Thank you very much. Oh, great. Finally, Deepseek was working, and finally we got an updated prompt, and I'll now show you a couple of tips and trips what to do next. So obviously we need to make sure that our AI has actually gone and extracted that information. So when you come to calls in here, this is the one I've just made, and we can see in here it's run 5 tools, and where we have taken the email address and we've taken the name and we have made that booking successfully at 3:30 p.m. Even though I said 2 o'clock, absolutely terrible. And that's it. Oh, and it's gotten an address in here, number 1 South Avenue in Brisbane. Bit of a failure there, but hey, we can work on that. That's just part of the extraction. It's gone a bit wrong in there. But now what happens is, obviously it's connected to Highlevel. We're going to come in here. We're going to refresh our appointments. And I'll show you the problem that no one else is actually telling you with this. It makes the booking, but because we're making an inbound call, it doesn't necessarily create a user and user details for it. So you'll see here that it's just connected primary user. So we don't have a name, we don't have an email address, but we do have a phone number. Now what the reason is for the call extractors in here is so we can actually send those things and that information to Highlevel. So what I wanted to show you here today is really the Deepseek and how quick and easy it is you can quickly set up your AI bot for you. It's really good with the information. You can just add that in there. It will write that prompt and it will write the bot. And I'll just quickly show you the next 2 minutes, a quick little tips and tricks about how to get that information in to your Highlevel. So first thing is just going to be an automation that you need to do. So I'm going to come in here, automations. So I'm going to come to the right one. And if you want to learn all this, I've had a link, I put it down the bottom, and it's going to be part of the whole community that I have and I'm running. And in there's courses on Highlevel, there's courses on Vapi, there's courses on Synthflow and how to set all these up. But I just want to come in through here And just through the little workflow in here, you'll see we need to create a trigger link. And this trigger link is going to be added into our deployment, and you add that webhook trigger link in here. Once you have that trigger link and the call is completed, it's going to come to Highlevel. It's going to send this trigger link out, and you're going to get data that shows like this. So it's a whole string of data, and I'm not going to go through all this now, but it picks out the phone number and it picks out all the details. For example, see one that I've done earlier on. And through here, it comes through, it picks up their telephone number. And then when it picks up the telephone number, it picks up an email address. And then it will pick up an actual name through here, which is David. And now all you're going to do in through there is we're going to find our contact, because I created one on a telephone number. Then we're going to use the actual other information. I'll show you what else it brings for us. It's really, really good. It brings in a full transcript. It brings in a full transcript of the entire conversation. I'm going to use ChatGPT, or the ChatGPT model in Highlevel, and it's going to create a little review for us in a summary of that. Then we're going to update our contact fields, and this is how you create a contact in Highlevel from Synthflow. So it's going to come through and it's going to create that and dig out that webhook data and create a full name. And then it's going to create that and look at the email address and find the email address. And we're going to find the actual quote address in there and find all that in there. And then obviously we're just going to add the note in there. Just a GPT response. It's got a summary of all the details in there. And we have the internal notification from our user. But that is how you're able to send data from your Synthflow to your Highlevel, a bit more complicated. And once that's in there, now we can start building out our reminder, just actual recipe that's just in there. It's loaded in. Just a quick little trick is just to have a little weight in there, and then it's going to go through and send through the booking reminder to your client like I did at the start. So I hope that makes sense. I'll leave a really good prompt down the bottom and a good link down the bottom if you want to join the school group. There is lots of information, lots of data in the school group. So when you join the school community, you'll see you get about $2,000, $3,000 worth of free value regardless in it. And you can come into the classroom and you'll see it's absolutely stack packed with information. You have high level setups. We have a full Highlevel voice system that goes in there with a VAPI system. We have the whole Synthflow that I've just shown you, how to build it out and how to connect it backwards and forward to Highlevel. It's all there and completed. We have a cold email course, SMS marketing course, website chatbots of aminos, how to scrape some leads. And it's really, really good and gives you all the tools and details you need to grow and start a voice AI agency if that's what you're into. Definitely worth checking out. I really hope you enjoy and like Deepseek. Again, I'm a really big fan of Deepseek. The thing is that it's new, it's cheap, and it's extra. But basically, don't throw away ChatGPT. It's still the number one. It's still the best. It's got all the extras for it. Don't get distracted by the smoke and mirrors in this. So, hope this all made sense to you. Hope you really liked it.